It's Jan Malone, your dementia mentor, and today I want to talk to you about the most common form of dementia, and that is Alzheimer's disease. So let's take a look first by looking at a healthy brain versus an Alzheimer's brain. When I look at the brain on the left, I like to think of it as like this big, juicy, ripe tomato. You can see that all the neurons or the cells are working and connecting to the brain. It looks good in color. It looks plump and juicy. But the brain on the right has dramatically shrunk in size. You can see that there's large crevices and valleys, and right in the center of that brain, you can see there is a large gaping crevice there. If you look at the healthy neurons, they're attached to the other cells. They're getting all the nutrients that this brain needs to be a healthy brain. But on the right, that cell has become encased with tangles that's making it no longer able to reach the other cells that will then get the blood and oxygen and nutrients to the brain. And up at the top, you can see that plaque has also begun to develop that's also prohibiting the cells from nourishing that brain. The neurons or the cells die by two types of lesions, amyloid plaques and neurofibrillary tangles. This results from abnormal processing of proteins in the brain, and then the brain cells die. So what are amyloid plaque and neurofibrillary tangles? Scientists aren't really sure what causes the plaque and tangles, but they are the main suspect in Alzheimer's disease. What we do know is that in a healthy brain, these protein deposits are broken down and eliminated. But in a brain with Alzheimer's, these proteins accumulate and they form hard plaque. The tangles are twisted fibers inside the brain cells. In a brain with Alzheimer's, the tangles prevent the nutrients from being transported from one cell to the other and eventually to the brain. So on the top, we have a picture of a brain that has been harvested that is considered to be a healthy brain. Again, it has good coloring. It's tight together. There aren't big holes or valleys. But the picture below is a brain with advanced Alzheimer's disease. You can tell the coloring is dramatically different, and there are large crevices in between areas of this brain. So let's talk about the earliest stages of Alzheimer's. If we look at this picture of the head, the blue in the frontal part of the brain represents dead brain cells. In the earliest stages, before symptoms can be detected with current medical tests, the plaque and the tangles have begun to form in the brain. In fact, the Alzheimer's Association states that this probably happens 20 years before any evidence of this begins to show. So now this will begin to affect learning and memories and thinking and planning. And if you remember in the earlier section about the pictures of the brain, you know that there are many functions that happen in this brain. So now let's look at moderate Alzheimer's disease. You can see that the area that was originally light blue has now turned a much darker blue, and it is spreading throughout the brain. And remember, the blue represents dead brain cells. So in moderate Alzheimer's disease, the brain regions that are important in making memories, thinking, and planning begin to die. There's more development of the plaque and the tangles, and now these plaques and tangles are beginning to affect speaking, and understanding the sense of where your body is in relationships to objects around you. So most of us have a normal, healthy space when we're talking to somebody that we like to have. Somebody in moderate stage of Alzheimer's may want to stand very, very close to you, kind of in your personal space, or they may be far off. They're unable to judge that. And then individuals may begin to experience changes in their personality, their behaviors, and troubles recognizing family and friends. So personality traits are very big. Somebody who's been outgoing and very positive, you may see is kind of becoming reclusive. And I believe that's so that they don't put themselves out there to show the deficit that's beginning to happen. It may also be that they sort of know who you are, they kind of recognize your face, but they don't remember your name and they don't remember your relationship. So now we're going to look at severe Alzheimer's disease. Again, remember the blue represents dead brain cells. We can see that the blue has intensified and has spread throughout the entire region. In advanced Alzheimer's disease, most of the brain now is seriously damaged. The brain shrinks dramatically due to widespread cell death. And individuals lose their ability to communicate, to recognize family and loved ones, and to care for themselves. And at this stage, they most likely are also incontinent. They no longer want to bathe. They may lose their hunger. And so you'll notice that they don't care whether they eat or not. And some of that, too, is they have lost the ability to smell. If you enjoyed today's educational moment, please check back next week for information about vascular dementia. Thanks so much for watching my video. Please like and share my video with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks. Have a great day.